Willie, it's that time of year again. I think you're the only sector of society that says, oh good, the winter is coming.
I know, and we're the only guys pray for rain all winter, so sorry for the rest of the country.
Well, you've had the rain. Are you happy enough with the ground this year around?
I think it's coming along a lot quicker, wetter, and hopefully then we might get some horses out earlier. You know, the season, what I call the real National Hunt season, will start in Downroy, the fantastic meeting up there. Gordon Elliott normally cleans me out of it up there, but we'll see what happens this year. And then, you know, we're looking forward to the John Durkin race in Punchestown and on to Christmas. I mean, you know, Leopardstown at Christmas, what a meeting, and Limerick, of course. The two meetings at Christmas give everyone in the National Hunt game a real starter for the year, and that shows us what we might have going forward to Dublin Racing Festival in Leopardstown. And then, of course, Cheltenham and Aintree, and finales back in Fairyhouse and Punchestown. So this is building up to be a really nice National Hunt season.
So we saw plenty of your stars out here this morning. For each of those, to a large extent, then, is that season all planned out? Of course, things don't always go to plan, but as of now...
It's up here, but sometimes, like with any... I mean, we're no different than a rugby team or a hurling or football team being in training, and we get various injuries during the year. Horses are out for maybe a month or 2 months, and that changes your plan a little bit. But we're always looking at our races for the springtime. And now some horses, Elliot Thompson this year is going to start off earlier, and he will go across to the Tingle Creek in Sandown, where he won so well late, the last day of the season this year. But you know, generally we are looking towards the big festival meetings.
Let me pick one or two or three names, not them all. Let's start with the star for so long here, Galopin Des Champs. Another Gold Cup on the cards in Cheltenham?
I think so. He'll, you know, he's 9. He's young enough to go to the Gold Cup again and be a real potent force. He ran really well last year, just beaten over the last fence. But I think he's still got enough in him to be a real contender this year.
Things don't always go to plan. Ballyburn, back over hurdles.
Yeah, we're looking at going back over hurdles with Ballyburn. Just didn't really take to chasing, and I'm thinking he'll have to kick up a gear this year out of novice company into Grade 1 class. Might be better off just sticking for the long distance hurdle races. I think it might be easier for him. And
what I also wanted to ask you about Nick Rockett. First of all, was that the undoubted highlight for you of last year?
I think Nick Rockett winning with Patrick riding him was probably the highlight of maybe my life, I'd say. You know, as a father, putting your son up to win a Grand National, huge. Ted Walsh knows all about that, but I got a great kick out of it. And then, you know, he was owned by a school friend of ours, and, you know, she unfortunately got ill and died, passed away. So, you know, the whole thing was a very emotional day, and I thought a tremendous day for us anyhow, but it was nice. You know, he wasn't an expensive horse or anything like that, so it just shows, you know, that everyone has a chance in this game. You can buy horses at maybe the lower end of the scale, and they can go to the top.
And as the press always ask, say, Willie, well done, what next? Well, what is the story for Nick Rockett for this year?
Well, he's quite entitled to go back for the Grand National, but I think he deserves a Gold Cup entry. And I thought his performance last year was very good in the National, jumping, staying. He has all the attributes for a Gold Cup entry, I think, this year. And I'll have to have a chat with Stuart, his owner, and see which way he'd like to go. And the horse will probably tell us during the season after his first few runs.
Do you still get excited? I think you took your licence out officially back in 1988, so it's 37 years later. Are you still as excited as ever this time of the year?
Yes, I don't think I'd do it if I wasn't. We've got some tremendous young talent coming through, and not only young talent in horses, but riders. I mean, Sean Cleary, my young 7-pound claimer, and Anna McGuinness, another girl who's done fantastic. And that's the great thing about racing. I think the girls can compete equally. We've just seen Rachel. Rachel's just retired, and I mean, she was so fantastic. And Anna McGuinness, I imagine, is trying to follow in her footsteps.
I'm not reading anything into it, but when we were over at the Gallops, it was Patrick giving out the instructions. You have I think a roundy birthday next year. You say the appetite is as keen as ever. There is no retirement from this game, really, is there?
No, I think once you enjoyed it, once you enjoy your life, I mean, why would you stop? So but Patrick takes a big hand in the training. He's an assistant trainer, and my hard drive is a bit full. His brain works a bit quicker when there's that many horses there in the morning. But yeah, I can be away a lot, so it's great for him that he can take over anytime I'm away. And going racing, I mean, hopefully now we'll get Absurd is going to run in Australia, Ethical Diamond might run in America. So having someone like Patrick there that can take over at the drop of a hat is fantastic.
Very quick word on Absurd. It's one of the few targets that Willie Mullins is still to hit the bullseye on.
Yes, we're going for the Melbourne Cup, but first of all, we're having a crack at the Caulfield Cup, and I actually think the distance of that race might suit him better, 1.5 miles. Has to take on his old stablemate Vauban, and then there's a good few Australian horses. So it's going to be a crack of a race, and hopefully he comes out of that all right. He'll go back for the Melbourne Cup.
Final question for you then. Give me one or two horses that you're most excited about this year. I know things can change in the drop of a hat, but if you were to look ahead now.
Copic de Boards, I think, coming out of novice hurdling to go chasing. He looks like a chaser, so I think he is one. And the other horse is a Final Demand. He was third in Cheltenham last year. He's every inch a big chaser, and he will go novice chasing. One of them will, Copic de Boards will probably go for the Arkle. I imagine Final Demand will go for the staying chases. And, so there are two novices that I'm really looking forward to. Then on the hurdling front, Bambino Fever, who won the bumper. Could she be good enough to maybe even go against the boys in the top novice hurdles rather than just go down the mare's hurdle route? She's got a huge engine and she's a lovely, big, strong mare. So I'm looking forward to see how much she can progress from her bumper.
And a very final question, because I know you like a lot more sports than racing. Happy with Manchester United? Have they turned the corner, Willie?
Not particularly. I think we better get them down here for a few weeks and do something, but no. Haven't turned the corner yet, no.